What if the secret to a strong, steady mind was already written down almost 2,000 years ago? Over 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor sat down in private and wrote about something we all struggle with today. How to stay calm when life feels overwhelming. How to stay focused when everything around you is falling apart. How to keep going when giving up feels easier. His name was Marcus Aurelius. He was one of the most powerful men who ever lived. He commanded armies, governed millions, and carried the weight of an entire empire on his shoulders. Yet, through it all, he remained calm, focused, and completely grounded. And here's the thing that makes his story so remarkable. He was not born that way. He trained himself. His private journal changed everything. His personal journal, the one we now call Meditations, was never written for the public. He wrote it for himself as a quiet daily reminder of how to think clearly and live well. And inside those private pages are 5 rules that can help you handle stress, pressure, and self-doubt, starting today. But before we walk through them together, if what you have heard so far resonates with you, do something simple. Hit the like button. It costs you nothing, but it means everything to this channel. And do not leave early. Every single rule we are about to share builds on the one before it. The one that will change your life most might be the last one. Stay with us till the end. Now, let us begin. Rule 1. Control what you can and release what you cannot. Here's something Marcus Aurelius understood that most people never do. Most of your stress is not coming from your actual problems. It's coming from energy you are pouring into things you cannot change. Think about it. The traffic that made you late. The opinion of someone who doesn't even know you. The job you didn't get. The message that was left unread. None of those are in your hands, but most of us carry them around all day long. Marcus trained himself to stop and ask one simple question before reacting to anything. Is this actually in my control? If the answer is no, let it go completely. If the answer is yes, stop thinking about it and act right now. That one habit alone can change everything. You apply for a job and don't get it. You cannot change that decision. It is done. But you can decide what happens next. You can sharpen your skills, apply somewhere better, or simply try again with more preparation. The moment you stop fighting what you cannot control and start focusing on what you can, that's the moment your mindset begins to shift. Rule 2. Your thoughts shape your world. Marcus wrote something in his journal that I want you to really sit with. He said, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind." In simple terms, your mind becomes whatever you consistently feed it. Feed it fear, and it becomes fearful. Feed it doubt, and it becomes doubtful. But feed it possibility, gratitude, and purpose, and watch how differently you begin to see your life. This is not toxic positivity. It's not about pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about making a conscious choice every single day to focus on what builds you up rather than what tears you down. That choice is yours and yours alone. 2 people lose their jobs on the same day. One spends weeks telling themselves, "I am a failure, nothing ever works for me." The other tells themselves, "This is hard, but maybe this is pushing me towards something better." Same situation, completely different outcomes, because the only real difference was the story each person chose to tell themselves. Rule 3. Treat obstacles as opportunities. Here's one of the most powerful things Marcus Aurelius ever wrote. And once you truly understand it, the way you see your problems will never be the same. He said, "The obstacle is not in the way. The obstacle is the way." Most of us spend our lives trying to avoid difficulty. We want the smooth road, the easy path, the shortcut. But Marcus saw something different. He saw that every obstacle, every setback, every difficult season of life is carrying something inside it. A lesson you could not have learned any other way. A strength you could not have built in comfort. A version of yourself that only difficulty can produce. The hard times are not punishing you. They are preparing you. Think of someone who grew up with very little, no connections, no privilege, no safety net. But instead of letting that background define their limits, they let it fuel their hunger. The struggle taught them resilience. The hardship taught them resourcefulness. The pain taught them purpose. The obstacle was never in their way. It was always the way. Rule 4. Practice humility every day. Here's something that might surprise you about Marcus Aurelius. Despite being the most powerful man in the entire Roman Empire, he spent every single day reminding himself that he was no better than anyone else. Not because he was weak, but because he understood something that most powerful people never do. Humility is not the opposite of strength, it's the foundation of it. When you constantly need to be right, when you need every room to know how much you know, when you can't take feedback without feeling attacked, you stop growing because you have closed yourself off from the very thing that makes growth possible, the willingness to learn. Humility keeps you open, teachable, and free from the exhausting need to impress everyone around you. Think of two managers at work. One is always the loudest voice in the room, never wrong, never listening. Every idea that isn't theirs gets dismissed before it's even finished. The other quietly listens, admits when they don't know something, gives credit generously and means it. Which one do people actually respect? Which one builds a team that would go the extra mile for them? Which one goes home at peace? Humility is not weakness. It's quiet, lasting, unshakable confidence. Rule 5. Live in the present moment. Let me ask you something personal. How much of your day do you actually spend here? Not replaying yesterday, not rehearsing tomorrow, but truly here, present, aware, alive to this moment. For most of us, the honest answer is not much, and Marcus Aurelius would understand completely, because he wrestled with the very same thing. He wrote often about the shortness of life, not to frighten anyone, but to wake people up. He reminded himself that the past is gone and cannot be changed. The future is not promised and cannot be controlled. The only moment that is truly yours is this one, right now. Think about the last time you sat with people you love, but your mind was somewhere else entirely. Replaying an argument, worrying about a bill, scrolling through your phone. You were there in body, but you missed the moment completely. Marcus would say, come back. The people in front of you, the laughter in the room, the warmth of that ordinary evening, that's your life. And it's happening right now. Don't miss it. Marcus Aurelius was not a perfect man. He faced illness, loss, war, betrayal. He had hard days, dark seasons, moments of doubt, just like you, just like me. But what made him different was not his title. It was not his power. It was the fact that every single day he made a deliberate choice about how he was going to think. And that choice changed everything. So, here are your 5 rules. Control what you can and release what you cannot. Guard your thoughts because they are quietly shaping your life. Stop fearing obstacles. They are building you. Stay humble. It's your greatest strength. And come back to this moment because this is where your life actually lives. You do not need to be a Roman emperor to use these rules. You just need to be willing to practice them. One day at a time. If this spoke to you today, share it with someone who needs it. And if you are not yet subscribed to Inner Blueprint Africa, now is the time. We'll see you in the next one.